Hey there. Now let's start the part 3 of the conversion of this old Camaro to a new one. So today we'll be converting this hood part from this to this one, and for that we'll be using this controller over here. So let's begin with it then. So first of all, we'll hide the new layer, and what we'll do is till the midpoint of this controller, that would be somewhat around here, we'll make this complete hood part invisible so that the new part could come into visibility. So for that, what we'll do is, first of all, we'll take this controller at the 0 position. So we'll check this out that the y-axis has some value. So for that, we'll freeze transform it, and now let's begin. So we'll go to spacebar, animate, set driven key, set. We'll choose this one as the driver and this part as the driven. Okay. So for simplicity, I have combined the corresponding parts of the hood part, such as like this one and 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 so forth. So this is for the simplicity and the symmetry to be maintained. So we have chosen this part right now, so we'll check it again as driven. But right now, what we have to do is, first of all, we'll choose the way how we want to make it vanish. So for that, we'll take the cut faces tool. We'll place it somewhat here like this. Press W, press Ctrl A for the attribute editor. We'll go to the polycut tab. We'll take the delete faces option. We'll select this polycut. We'll make it the driven. Now we'll press Ctrl A once again. So now we have the polycut attributes. So now this axis is the Z axis, translate Z. So we'll select the translate Z over here, and this is the translate X, cut plane center X. So we'll select the cut plane center X, that is this one, and at the 0 position of the controller we'll press key. So after keying at the 0 position, we'll take the controller a bit forward, like till this much, and then select the polycut and make it vanish, and then press key again. So we have made the controller synced with the this part of the car. Now let's move to the second part, this one. So for this one, what we'll do is, we'll first of all load it as a driven. We'll be maybe like making it vanish at somewhat this place. So for that, what we'll do is, we'll key the y-axis and the z-axis of this object. So for that, we'll select make it driven, go to translate y and translate z and press key. So just after this part has started to get the vanishing thing, the polycut face tools effect. So we'll select this one and we'll take the y-axis a bit above and the z-axis value just a little bit like this, maybe just a bit forward, like till this much. Now we'll press keep. So this is what we've got so far, and with this thing taking it over here, what we'll do is we'll place a cut faces tool on this object too. So for that we'll go to cut faces tool, place it right here. We'll go press the control A, we'll select the delete faces object, select the tool, make it driven, press control A again. Now check the x-axis. So this works like this. This is the x-axis. So we'll select the x-axis, we'll make it move somewhat backwards. So after it has reached this much place, till this much place, we'll choose the cut faces tool to be at the 0 point. So for that we'll press key, and just after this much of the movement of the controller, we'll make the cut face tool take its effect like this, and we'll press key. Now what we have got is this way, vanishing object. So let's move to the third part, that is this one. So for this one we'll again do the same thing as this one here. So for that what we'll do is we'll select this one, and in this one we'll just select the y-axis of the object for the movement. So we'll make it driven, select the translate y, and we'll press key, and after this much of time, till this much of time, like this much, we'll press key again so that this object stays at this very same position, and afterwards we'll make it just like this, and this much of height, somewhat like this, and I'll press key. And with this what we'll do is we'll select the cut faces tool, and we'll place it somewhat outside this object. We'll press W, we'll press Ctrl A and select delete faces. We'll select the tool, we'll make it driven, we'll press Ctrl A, we'll select the cut plane center X, and we'll press key again, and just after a bit of controller movement we'll make the cut face tool work its thing. This much. We'll press key. So now what we have got is this much of part has been vanished. Okay, and with this thing, now let's move to this object. So for this object what we'll do is we'll select the y-axis and the cut faces tool. So for that first we'll key the y-axis of this object. So for that we'll make it driven, select the y-axis, and we'll press key, and we'll check till where we want it to be at this very same position. So maybe like this much place. We'll press key again. After just a little bit of time we'll make it move upwards, maybe a slightly downwards, like maybe like this much. We'll press key again, then we'll go to edit mesh, then cut faces tool. We'll place it over here, press W, we'll press Ctrl A, and select delete faces. So you can see it is invisible right now. So what we'll do is we'll go to the channel box, Ctrl A, and select the polycut. First of all, we'll go to the attribute editor, we'll select the polycut, and we'll go to the channel box. Now we'll make it visible. So this comes somewhat over here. So it's taking a huge value, and that won't matter. So you just have to work with it. So maybe this much is the value. We'll take it to the minimum that it would go. Now we'll press, being the polycut selected, we'll make it driven. We'll select the polycut X, we'll make it key. I'm moving the controller a bit forward. We'll select the polycut and we'll make the object go hidden by decreasing the the cut plane center X value. This much. I'll press key again. So now till now this till this point we'll make this object also keyed by using polycut face tool only. So we'll go to edit mesh, then cut faces tool like this, Control A, delete faces, Control A, select, Control A, make it visible. Like this. So selected the polycut 28, we'll make it driven. Make it cut X. So we'll select the axis that we are working on the polycut and make it key. Just after this thing has finished like this, we'll make this particular object also vanish. So for that what we'll do is we'll select this thing and like this, press key. So far we have vanished a pretty good amount of the part of this hood. So now what we'll do is we'll maybe like select this part and make it vanish too. So for that what we'll do is first of all we'll key its Y axis. So we'll make it the driven object. So we'll take this controller slightly backwards like this much and select this object, take the Y axis, make it key, move it slightly forwards, take it slightly upwards, press key. Now we'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, place the cut face somewhat over here like this, press W, press Ctrl A, delete faces, Ctrl A, select, Ctrl A, load driven. Now what we'll do is we'll select this cut center X, We'll take it slightly backwards and make it key. We'll take it slightly forwards and we'll select the cut face. We'll make it hidden like this. Press key. So far what we have done is we have made a lot of parts go out of visibility like this. Now we'll select this part, or maybe first of all this part. We'll take it we'll take its y axis and cut faces tool. So we'll make it driven first of all. We'll key its y axis at a bit of backwards position and we'll press key. We'll take this controller little bit forward. We'll take it upwards. Upwards, we'll press key. Then we'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool. Control Z will place it from away from this object. Whatever here. Now what we'll do is we'll press Control A, same procedure again and again. Select Control A, make it load driven. That slightly backwards, key, then slightly forwards, like this, and key again. So what happens now is oops, sorry, I think what I've done is instead of no okay, it's correct. But I've done it in the wrong way. So instead of making it come to visibility, we were supposed to make it invisible. So we'll go a few steps backward by pressing Ctrl Z. Okay, so this object has the single one key at the translate Y at pin 0 at this very same position. Make it driven, translate Y. So just wait forward, we'll take the Y axis above, we'll press key again, we'll go to edit mesh, sorry, edit mesh, cut faces tool, press it somewhat over here, press W, press Ctrl A, delete faces, and by deleting this, the object goes off the visibility. And select the cut faces. Make it visible at first, like this. We press key again, and after a bit of Control Z, we'll make it visible. Then we'll select the polycut also. Being polycut selected, we'll make it the driven, and we'll select the cut plane center X. Then we'll key. Then just after a bit of time, like this much of the movement of the controller, let's select this one and we'll make it of the visibility. This much. And press key. So now what we'll do is only these two parts are left. So first of all we'll make this part go invisible. So we'll select this and make this driven. Select the y-axis and press key. Make the controller move just a bit forward. Select it, make it go just a bit upwards. And press key again and go to edit mesh, cut faces tool over here. Press Ctrl A, delete faces, Ctrl A, select Ctrl A, make it driven, make it fit backwards, select it, key, select this one again, make it just like this much, select it, make it go invisible, and press key again. And the last object of this root part, we'll go with this one. So we'll make it driven, select the y-axis, take it just a bit backwards, select the y-axis, make it key, move it forward, select this one, make it upwards, press key, and after that choose the cut faces tool, place it over here, Ctrl A, delete faces, select the cut faces tool, Ctrl A, make it driven, enter x-axis, make it key, move the controller a bit forward, select the tool, make it go invisible. Press W, press key, hit close. So now what we have done is we made the object go invisible like this. Let's start with the new front wood part. So what we want here is that whenever these parts keep going out of visibility, the new parts keep coming out of, like in the visibility part. So what I actually mean is that we want this to go off and this to come. So let's start now. Let's open this one. So since the first parts are these outer parts, so we'll make this part hidden first of all, and then come to visibility afterwards. Make this hidden till this much time. So for that what we'll do is we'll open the set driven key menu, we'll load the driver, load the driven, take it a bit upwards, somewhat a place like this much over here. Place like this much. Then we'll make the necessary keys. So we'll make it key over here. Then what we'll do is we'll Go to the cut faces tool again, like this, press W, press Ctrl A, delete faces, select Ctrl A, make it road driven. Now we have to make it invisible at this point, so for that we make it out of visibility. That would be in the minus axis, minus 1000. This much. We'll press key. So after this much of time, we'll make this object come into visibility. Like this. And we'll press key again. And then we'll check when this bottom part of the old hood, this one goes off the visibility. It was somewhat around over here. So till this part, this point of time, we'll keep these two hood parts at this very same position in the y-axis. So for that we'll make this object the driven object, and we'll go to translate y, we'll press key again, and then just a bit afterwards we'll select this object, we'll make it at its final position, that would be a 0 object, and then we'll press key again. Now this is what we have done till now. Okay, so after this object we'll move to this one. So the objects for this one goes off the visibility very soon. So these are the old ones. So go off the visibility over here, somewhat over here, till this much time. So these objects will be hidden till this time. So for that, first of all, we'll make the driven and choose the y-axis and take it slightly upwards, maybe like this much. Press key, go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, at the back side. Press Ctrl A, delete faces, that will make the object go hidden. Press Ctrl A again, select this polycut face, press Ctrl A, make it invisible till this part. Over here, press key again. After pressing key, take the controller slightly forward, go to, oh shit, so we forgot to make that polycut the driven object. For that we'll press Ctrl Z, again Ctrl Z, and again Ctrl Z, and we'll make it driven and select this one and press key. Then move the controller slightly forwards, like this much. Select the polycut, make the object come into visibility, press key, then select the object, make it driven, select the y-axis, press key all over again, and just move the controller slightly forwards and select the object and go to the y-axis and press 0 to make it at its final position, and we'll press key again. Now let's select this the middle part of the hood, this one. So this part goes off the visibility in the end. So what we can do is we'll keep the object hidden till this point. When selected, make it in driven. Select the y-axis, move it upwards, press key, select edit mesh, cut faces tool, place the cut face tool somewhat over here, press W, press Ctrl A, delete faces, select Ctrl A, make the cut face tool the ribbon object, go to the cut plane center X, make it go out of the visibility, somewhat over till here. Select this one thing, press key, and just move it forwards, select the object, make it visible, press key again, select this object, make it driven, select the y-axis, press key again, move the controller just a little bit forward and make the y-axis value to 0 to make it at the final position, press key again. So after this part, let's work on these edges. So we'll check till where the old ones are visible, so they'll get out of the visibility at this point somewhat. So we'll go back to the new layer, select this object, make it the driven, we'll place the cut faces tool, this time at the backwards, since we want the object to be hidden at first. Press W, press Ctrl A, press delete faces, so this will delete the objects part. Press Ctrl A, select the object, Ctrl A, load driven, go to this value, make it just till where you want it to be, somewhat over here. Select this center X, make it key, move this one slightly forwards, like in this place, over here, like this place, and I'll make this object come back into visibility completely. Maybe somewhat more forward, like this, and make it key. This is how it works till now. Now we'll work with this object over here. So let's see from the bottom till where the object beneath it is visible. So this is visible till maybe like this much point. Maybe a little bit forward, like this much. And select this one, this objects, go to driven object, go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, place the cut faces tool over here, or maybe Control Z in the front, G, cut faces tool over here, enter, and W, Control A, delete faces, select the tool, make it the driven, press Control A, make it invisible in the beginning. Now press Control, select this object in the set driven key menu and make it key. Then move the controller just a bit forwards, like this much. Select the polygon, make the object get visible into visibility, press key again. So now we have just the engine part and this designer hemispheres left and this back part also. So we'll first of all make this one come into visibility at somewhat around this much part. And to this much part it is invisible. And select this one, go to load driven, select the y axis, take it downwards, select the visibility, make it 0, that is off, and we'll press key, we'll move the controller a bit forward, select this object, we'll press 0 in the y axis so it takes its position, maybe slightly downwards. First of all, we'll make the engine come into visibility. And press key, then making it slightly more, we'll place it back to its final position, we'll press key. And just after the controller has reached to the position where the engine comes into visibility, we'll make this inner parts come into visibility also. So till then, we'll first of all select this spot, make it driven, select edit mesh, cut faces tool, place it somewhere over here, press W, control A, delete faces, select the cut faces, control A, load driven, key, and just a little bit of time further, we'll make it come into visibility like this, press key. So till now this much of thing has been done, so only these two parts are left. So for these parts, we'll select this part, move the controller like this, we'll keep them invisible till this part, select it, we'll select this one, we'll go make it driven, or maybe we can go and select the cut faces tool, we'll place it somewhere over here like this, we'll press Ctrl A, we'll select delete faces, we'll select the tool, we'll make it driven, press Ctrl A, make it hidden, Y key, slightly forward, make it visible, press key again, now moving towards these objects, and make it driven, we'll go till this much, so we'll make the visibility of these objects at 0 and we'll press key, we'll move the controller slightly forwards at this much and we'll make the visibility 1 and we'll press key again. We'll do the same thing with the backwards designer hemispheres. So we'll select them, we'll make it driven, we'll take the controller slightly backwards till this point, we'll make its visibility to 0, press key, oh sorry, control Z, we'll make this object as the driven, we'll select its visibility and make it 0, and then moving this controller forward, we'll make its visibility 1 and we'll press key. Oh, I guess we missed one key, so we'll take it a little backwards. Yes, we missed it, and we'll take the visibility to 0 over here and we'll press key. So now we have the final output. That works like this. So this was the old wood and it transforms into the new wood like this. So this is just one way of converting it from one hood to another. You can choose whatever way you want the objects to get hidden and come into visibility. Thank you.